Hello, Larry the Pen Bug Guy. Welcome back to Larry's Fountain Pens. Today I'm going to bring a pen that is familiar worldwide, at least to all the fountain pen people that's been in the fountain pen world. Maybe not to a newbie or a thinker that's just thinking about fountain pens. Well, this is the Pilot Vanishing Point. I love the pen, yes. And this pen is like a ballpoint. Click, out, click, it's gone back in. Beautiful. Nice electric pen, I love it. It's got a couple of silver bands right there, right in the middle section. And then up the barrel, up the cap, you have the clip that's attached to the end of the cap here, which the pen comes out. I'm going to let you show then where the nib comes out. Excuse me. Here we go. See that? And back in it goes. And that's what it looks like at the tip. And this would be the grip where I would hold it right at this section right here. For some people, they find that the clip is annoying and uncomfortable and don't care for it. Some people have had the clip removed. For me, it works just fine right out of the box, just like you see it in my hand. It's comfortable in my hand. I like the way it feels, the way it looks. And the length of this pen is 140.8 millimeters, and at the widest point would be 12.3 millimeters. So, I'll unscrew the cap off, and here is the converter, and this is also the converter right here. There's your nib. There's your ink converter, already filled with ink. And I'm using some Monteverde olivine in it. No, I didn't use red. Why? I don't know. Be different, that's me. And then when it goes in, you see that little notch there? You want to make sure you line that up with that little open groove right there. It all fits into place, just like that. If you don't, it's not going to go in. So right in there. Then you can put your cap back on it. And you're good to go. Click and click. Now, what's different about this vanishing point, only one thing. The nib. It's not a gold nib. It's a medium steel nib. Now, I didn't know this. When I first got into fountain pens, I thought that all the Vanishing Point nibs were all 18K gold nibs. And I did check and talk to some folks at the store, and they told me, well, they were. And I got this one out of Japan, and I did message the seller, and she said that it was a gold nib. I didn't pay the price of a gold nib, $148. This pen cost $70. So, you know, it writes fine, but all this time, well, all that time during that whole year in 2015, I thought, wow, it's a gold nib pen, cool. Until one day on Facebook, when I was in a certain fountain pen group, a Vanishing Point collector and a pro that I think has every one of them, vintage ones, you name it, beautiful Vanishing Point collection. He was telling me, Larry, he said, no, he said, Larry, not all Vanishing Points have gold nibs. There are some that have steel nibs. And this was the one that has a steel nib. it was an honest mistake from the seller in Japan. I did message her back, and I told her that it, was not a gold nib, and she said her mistake because $70 she overlooked that, and she said, I could send it back and get a refund, and then repay it again, and she'll send me a gold one. But I said, no, that's okay. I'll just keep what I have, and I'm okay with it. So that's a story about how I ended up with a steel nib. Now, at any time for like, $80, I can get a gold nib, which I have already on my other Vanishing Point that had a fine steel nib, which I got a 1.0 18K gold nib for it. So, now, before the writing sample, I just kind of show you the pin kind of match up the best I could with it. Here's the Preppy. Preppy's a good sized pin. And Preppy's almost about the same size as the Vanishing Point, close to it. And here's the Pilot Metropolitan. Vanishing Point, a little bit more girth and just a bit more longer. The ink I'm going to use today is the Monteverde Olivine, one of my favorite green inks. And I'm going to compare it with some other inks.
We have the Sailor Gentle Epiard.
Here we go, right there.
And the Davis Emerald Green.
There you go. Nice looking greens. Yep. So why am I using green? People are probably saying, this is a red pen and wanted to be different. That's why I am. I'm not the kind of guy that plays follow the leader or do this or do that. I just do my own thing, what I like, what feels right. So cool. Anyway, this pen feels amazing in my hand. I like the way it feels. The clip does not bother me at all. So some writing. And you can see how wet that nib is. Look at that. That is wet. Love it. We'll do some fast writing. There you go. It really writes pretty darn good for a steel nib. I like it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little story about my first experience with a gold nib and a steel nib. That was a good learning subject for me to find out. Gold, steel, gold, steel. But still a nice nib. I like it. Remember this, folks. When you're buying a fountain pen, make sure, if it's a gold nib, make sure that nib's a gold nib. Get all the information you can about a nib. And I'm talking to all the new people out there, the newbies. Because mistakes can happen on the other end. Not intentionally, but they can happen. Well, that's going to take care of the Vanishing Point. Nice pen. I love them. And that's all there is to it. I hope this video was helpful. Leave your comments below. Until next time, peace. Later, guys.